wanted to experience East Africa as it was presented to me. I did have some ideas that proved to be false. For example, we were very concerned with mosquitoes and malaria and having netting, and we also were concerned about the food and getting sick. That was the two things that I was most worried about before going to Africa. So my expectations were that we were going to be extremely careful about where we went and making sure we were protected and eating correctly.
My expectations before traveling to Africa were limited because this was my first overseas travel experience. So going all the way across the world to a country that is developing and far different from America, I really had no clear expectations. But what I did know is it would be different, the food would be different, the people would be different, the culture would be different, and it definitely was.
Before the trip, I had low expectations because I kind of feel like if you keep your expectations low, you're always in for a good surprise if it goes well. I was pleasantly surprised about how it went because nobody got sick on the trip. We didn't have any terrible fights. I had a tiff with my sister Laura once, but that's it. And nobody got kidnapped. Well, almost nobody.
We had heard a lot of kind of scary stories about tourists being misled into different directions on pricing and just general information. So establishing trustful relationships with local was a big challenge for us, but once we were able to do that, we felt much more safe and the trip felt more controlled. The second thing was getting my body used to the foods. There were a lot of breads, rices, and potatoes, as well as spices, and my digestive system is not used to that, so that was definitely a challenge. And then the third is adapting to the language barriers that they are. They speak Swahili there, and it helped. They pretty much spoke English, but most of the people we talked to had broken English, so by learning a little bit of Swahili, we were able to communicate with them even more. But learning a new language is always challenging, so that was definitely a challenge.